Well, hey there team, welcome back to the channel and welcome to Dreadhunter. This is the game that we're having a look at today. So this is interesting, it's coming out of Trickster Arts. They're a studio out of Europe, the Czech Republic. I've covered, oh geez, the music's going, okay, fair enough. I covered a previous release of theirs called Monolith, which was a free-to-play game where it had that micro niche where you design dungeons and people run through them and you run through other people's dungeons. You know, we've seen things like that in Meet Your Maker more recently, for example. So I'm curious, this seems very different. I guess it's a similar perspective. It looks like it's got some thumbstick, twin stick shooter type influences. They've positioned it saying that it's an action RPG or a shooter RPG, not a roguelike. Everything's a roguelike these days, especially twin stick shooters. So this should be interesting to see. So definitely Euro, maybe Indie, maybe AA. It looks like it could be AA. I don't have the price point on me. I'll update it after it releases. But yeah, so I suppose an ARPG, but as a twin stick shooter sort of genre. It'd be interesting. Let's see what it's all about. What do we got here? Normal. I'm not scared of a dread or two. Now, normal hardcore mode. Death is permanent. No. I don't know about that. And these are all locked, are they? You're not going to tell me the unlocked requirements? Oh, here you go, requirements. Finish story on normal. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory, but it's good to know. Now, we'll see how we go with the mouse. I'll jump to thumbsticks if it's a bit of a chore. Or maybe I'll even try both. We'll see. I like this. Yeah. Okay. That explains everything. Dreadhunter's ship, wake up call. Okay. Press to fire. Makes me think of the Ascent. Hull breached. Oh, is that me? I'm a mech warrior with a ponytail. Very edgy. Oh god, bit of a stutter. What's right click do? Oh, right click gets out the swords. Holy Jesus. Alright, let's keep that in mind. Right click to get ammo and health. Ah. So we got a bit of a Doom Eternal health interplay, which I'm surprised that seems like arcade game 101 once they did that. Why don't more games have that, you know? Oh, dash, okay. Where's my ammo? Oh, there it is there. Yeah, how is that interplay not the norm, really? What's this lamp thing? As opposed to picking up ammo from boxes. It's a video game, come on, you know? Okay. I mean, it's got a pace to it. Get some ammo. Any of these like boxes? No, I don't think so. Okay. Heavy shotgun. How do I collect it with F? Okay, very good. I can switch between the two. Mate, suffering you jocks. Sit down. Bad dog. Jesus, how many bloody hits? Interact. Open. Oh, a grenade. Use C to open your inventory. Okay. Oh, look at this. I've got Predator armor. Very cool. Alright. Equip the grenade. Did I equip it? Where'd it go? It's gone now. Grenade's gone. Press Q to use your primary ability. Okay. Sucked in. Absolute grubs. Can I open this? No. Just looks very much like an openable asset. Oh, I don't like that. Oh, I have to mouse wheel down. I'm just pressing up to cycle. Up and down toggle. Okay. He farts out bloody ammo and that. And I've got a cooldown on my grenade, but it's really not obvious when that's up. So I'm just spamming it. Okay, that's fine. Oh, we bashed that dude's head in. Return to the bridge. Oh, I was going to say, you better not make me walk through it all again. Give me my ammo, please. Alright, leave. Alright, it's pretty punchy. There is a sort of Eurojank float to it. And it immediately does... Hang on. I need to put myself into Do Not Disturb. People are messaging me like crazy. Stop! Leave me alone. Anyway, apologies. Yeah, it's definitely got that jank float to it that honestly reminds me of Monolith, for better or for worse. My mouse pointer has disappeared. That can't be good. Well, I think as long as my mouse is locked to the monitor, we're going to be okay. Modding, not available in early access. Good. Great. I'm not going to do the rant. I do it all the time, but safe to say, I don't love early access. I don't, right? You're asking for full price and you're giving me half a game. As a consumer, that just isn't a good exchange, and, you know, it's turning into the rant. I'll just say it real quickly. As much as I do like these devs, I like most devs. I don't really hate anyone, but at the same time, if you're going to give me half a product for full price and say, we'll give you the other half in a year, maybe, I'd rather just go across the street and pay full price for a full product at 1.0 and take that, you know, as consumerism 101. But we've all been kind of gaslit into, you know, being part of the development of a game and pseudo investors and all that sort of stuff. Funny thing, people that are actually good at investing money, they're probably not buying early access games, but I digress. So there's features missing. Got it. Kara, I see welcome to the Nilo sector already. Yes, I have. Look at this, Chad. Is that me? Oh man, I look cool. About finally, a male protagonist I can identify with. A warmer reception than I expected. I guess you know your Stargate is down. And Kara's looking pretty good too, you know, we give her a bit of love as well. The gate just isn't down, the comms aren't even responding. Patrol units in the system have been destroyed too. This was an orchestrated attack. Looks like we'll have more work for you than expected. Always happens. I'll stay a little longer then. Good attitude. The first thing that we'll need is to remove whatever is commanding the gate attack and clear the place so that you guys can get in. It's good to have you back. Oh, it's good to be back. Okay. What's down here? Nothing. Can I come back up here? Oh, that's a bit weird. All right. Oh, let's see that again. Groovy. Ashoka? Let's go. Sector gate. Clara. Client. Kara. Clara. Bounty $1,000. Militia commander. Target strike commander. Okay, Jesus. Right, just give me the mission. I only need to know one thing, man. Where they are. Look at this bloke in behind me. I kind of like the more simplified left click, right click interplay. Mod, ability cooldown rate. Oh. Wait, am I picking up mods and I'm not allowed to use the mod terminal in... okay, let's not jump to conclusions, Scarlet. But it smells an awful lot like they're giving... Oh, they're stunned. It stuns them. But it smells an awful lot like they're giving me items to use in a feature that doesn't exist in the current product. And that would be very bad. Press tab to show how... Oh, now we're going. Okay, so yeah, it's... I will say this is a cool solution for like a Diablo style game. If you wanted to do guns. Oh, maybe. I don't know. So the shotgun stuns really well. I have to keep that in mind. Maybe I'd go back to Diablo 4. I was kind of disappointed in the story. It was just this giant... It was like 10 times in a row, go here because Sheila was here. Oh, she's not here. She's in another castle. You know, but everyone was too busy thirsting over Lilith, going, she's sexy. I'm like, no, she's not. She's a weird fucking demon thing with things sticking out of her head. It's nothing sexy about it. Just because you slap a pair of tits on something, oh my god, you thirsty bastards. Yeah, Diablo 4 was okay. It was okay. But as a big Diablo fan, and you know, now we're talking about Diablo. I guess, you know, this is an ARPG. That's why we started here. I'm having fun. I am having fun. This is actually really cool. It's much more simpler, right? If you want a more cerebral Diablo, I mean, Jesus, go play Path of Exile. That's not what this is. But assault rifle, okay. But I would argue that that there's nothing wrong with going up the other end of the scale. Lighter versions of Diablo. And as far as one with a gun, this is really good. And like I said, the Ascent comes to mind. Anyway, I was ranting about Diablo. Oh, I really like the Diablo stories. I'm a big fan of Diablo 3. I used to play seasonals and all that. Witch Doctor, man. They put a Witch Doctor and I'll come back to bloody Diablo 4 immediately. All these self-serious people working really hard on their transmogs to make their dude, their little Barbie doll character that they play with. They're playing with a doll. It's a fat man at home playing with a doll. And then you've got me with giant vomit frog totem things flying out of the sky, just ruining their immersion with a meme character. I loved Diablo 3. And I won't spoil it, because if somehow you haven't seen it, there is actually a really good twist going in, end of Act 3 into Act 4. It's like, oh, we're going there, are we? Okay. Alright, this is not cool. Please stop. Anyway, had a little bit of a side rant, but this is cool. It's usually a good sign. I thought when all the shit came out of him, he was dead. Okay, I guess not. I guess he just had to go. You get to that age, I'll tell you what. I understand, my friend. But yeah, if I start... Oh, look at this. I stunned him. Yes. Mod knockback. Dreadnought leg gear. Oh, F to pick up. This is really punchy. And yeah, it's one of those, it's got me thinking, what other games sit in this space? Huh. And if you didn't tell me that, what are their name? Trickster Arts? Sorry guys, you've only made 2 games, but I did enjoy Monolith, but it had that light, floaty feel to it. Dare I say, as a free-to-play game, I could sort of understand it. If you gave me about 100 guesses and then finally said, you know, the guys that made Monolith, they made this, I'd be like, yeah, I can feel it. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. This is really punchy. Upgrade items using mods. Can I equip mods? I can't open my inventory. Oh, I thought tab opens inventory. Okay, so I've got mods. Not available. That's a bit... okay, what is available, guys? Didn't I pick up bloody leg armor? Oh, here we go. Legs. Legs 11. Compare? Come on, I need arrows. I'm a low functioning, low brain power. Okay, so you either get fast... Oh, well, let's wear the Dreadnought legs. Predator gloves. Ionic gloves. Plasma guns shoot more projectiles. Oh, that's pretty Gucci. Creates an explosion after you dash. Oh, well, that's just not really a question, is it? And I've got other assault rifles, but can I, like, deconstruct them or anything like that? Oh, okay. This will be interesting, right? Because for what's here, market? Not available. Okay, so look, I'll be honest, I like this. It feels good, it feels punchy. I know I've said it many times, but an ARPG light. It's actually, it's quite cool. I often put things like this in the palette cleanse category, right? But I don't know how much it is. I don't have it in front of me. And again, it throws me because the last game that they made, which clearly in the same engine, same isometric camera angle, and a very similar character movement, albeit like a differently themed game. And that was free to play. So like I'm taking all these impulses and I'm going, I wonder. Now given that it's missing so many features and the gameplay loop doesn't seem super heavy duty, I would expect if you were to hold my feet to the fire, I would put it in the indie price point, right? And if you've been following recently, I'm kind of categorizing things by price point because that's all people care about. But I also wouldn't be surprised if they ask for like AA, because I've seen projects like this come along, you know, games that maybe ask outside their weight division. I'm not sure. There will be a pinned comment at some point. Once the price comes out, I will update it accordingly. But, you know, it's always good to speculate. But I'll tell you what, the AA price for this Dre portrait, that'd be worth the price of entry. Look at you in the big chair now, Commander Clara, with her cheats. Yeah, sat talking to people all day long. I miss the pilot seat, to be honest. So what was the original job you called me for? We've received intel about illegal military-grade biotech usage on a few isolated planets. and trace and blah, 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 blah. Probably some to the same terrorists. Yeah, someone should tell these kids not to play with fire. I'm on it. Okay, right. It's almost platitudes. Like their talk is so generic. But whatever, you know. Finished? Maybe I can replay it. I don't really care to find out. Factory. A target, a legal weapon. First detected occurrence of illegal military blah. Yep, I'm going to get a bounty. I'm going to get some money. All right, sure. So they're giving me money that I can't spend in a shop, and they're giving mods that I can't spend. Honestly, I think this might get hammered in the reviews. What's there's okay? The bosses were kind of cool. Lower armor, Predator Mark 1. Hang on, is that... Whoops. Can I go into inventory in the middle and it pauses? Predator Mark 1. Predator Mark 1. So now I'm getting duplicates. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is... It'd be a tough recommend at the moment, right? The actual mechanical, like, as a functional product is not bad. Like I said, palette cleanser light version. But as far as staying power, longevity, if this is the early access build where you can't really do anything other than a couple of the levels. Yeah. And like I said, you know, people are getting more savvy. I was sort of ruminating on this, was it on stream or in another video? I can't remember. But the idea that you'll never see the statistics, but I would almost bet you anything that the incident of, what is this? It's just a random pillar. The incident of early access game purchases must be dropping as a sort of per product, almost like a per capita. Well, that's not the best example. I'm more just going off of that. Something to think about. What are you trying to say, Scarlett? What I'm trying to say is that there's so many more games, and the sales of early access games are probably astronomically higher than 5 years ago. But what I'm musing is the incident of like a percentage of the sales of players interested. I reckon it's surely the ratio has changed and have gone down. In that people are probably like, yeah, I watched Scarlett's video on this. Early access, it looks okay, I'll wait and see, right? And I really wonder if a lot of people are just showing more restraint and going, nah, if it's not going to let me bloody buy upgrades or use the shop or just generally use any of the functionality other than left click and right click, then I'm going to wait. I'm going to see if it's an, well, not an asset flip. It's all pretty original looking stuff here, but could be wrong. But they're probably going to wait and see if it, you know, crashes and burns or if it actually lives up to what it's promised. Anyway, it's a long way of saying I kind of feel like that might be more commonplace. And that we might actually see an, I don't know what else to call it, because we're seeing a AAA, I reckon we're seeing a AAA crash about to happen, if we're being honest. If, I don't know if I hate Twitter, I hate it with a burning passion. I have to deal with all these gaming industry nut jobs all the time. I have to live in their world. And then you doom scroll for a bit and it sort of just makes you want to go outside and walk around the football oval. But one thing I did notice is there's a coordinated, well actually I know more but I can't talk about it, but there's like a coordinated mass thinning of the game industry on the back end. And you would have noticed at first one company was laying off 50 people and then every company was laying off 50 people, right? And you could probably say, I could, you know, if you push me to it, I could probably name 20 game companies that have laid off a bunch of their staff in the last, you know, month or two. It's actually pretty wild how they're just going for it, you know? It's like, oh, someone's doing it today. Anyway, so what am I getting at? Well, that's actually across the board, and you're seeing projects getting cancelled as well. But I think we. Oh my god, I have no ammo. I think I've got 1 health. Not anymore, I don't. I got 2 health. Oh, now I'm back to 1. Good, 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 good. Good, I like the pressure. Anyway, so what I'm saying is, yeah, there is a weird restructuring. I think they're trimming the fat because it's starting to fall over. It's becoming financially unfeasible to run AAA. But we're also seeing oh, okay, so I'm dead and it ends the level. But we're also seeing it at the indie level, or rather the early access level, I think. Well, I'm not seeing it. I guess my point, because that turned into a huge tangent, is that I think the early access model is going to start falling over. The thing is, as much as I don't have statistics to support it, or revive. Where do I revive? From a checkpoint? Ah, cool. But also indie devs that are trying early access and hoping that it's going to be this crowdfunding thing and they're going to make the next Subnautica or whatever, right? They don't have the statistics either. It's more someone like me who deals with this every day. I see it. And I'm pretty sure that you're going to see a lot more little studios just crashing and burning as they attempt to ride the early access money train that used to exist 5-10 years ago. Anyway, I could be wrong, what would I know? I just play video games. But you do this every day for a couple of years, you start to notice some things. Jeez, this is tough. I like it. Alright, cool. Oh yeah? Experience gain? Is that a bloody rocket launcher? What's that about? Woos. Oh, this goes in a new slot all its own? Oh, hang on. New skill point. You have a new skill point. Press C to open inventory. Ah, okay. We've got a little limited ability tree here. 5% more damage. Yes, please. And then character level. Okay. This is all generic, right? Give me 5% increase of electronic resistance on a Tuesday afternoon, but only when bar prices are at 50% off. And you have to do a half turn and it has to be overcast outside. Like, I don't really care for those incremental upgrades that don't bloody do anything. I prefer, you know, give me a third hand that comes out of me head and I can press Q and I can punch people with me magic hand. Right? I don't really want 2% of resistance to wet concrete. Anyway, but I digress. Okay, so what do we think? It's cool. It's got the trappings of cool. It feels more tech demo, right? I'm going to stop this video fairly early because what is there, if you're watching this video and you do pick it up, you probably want to play it for yourself. But this is an absolute travesty. The fact that there's no modding and there's no market. So what they've done here is solid, and I don't want to get too angry, but this is not a finished product. Not finished enough for early access, right? And I doubt that that it's not like they put it up in their whiteboard in their development room and say, let's be malicious with the way that we employ early access. So I don't think they're doing it in a terrible way. There are some companies that obviously they're trying to asset flip, they're trying to milk money and run, but that's kind of rare. However, this is a sort of a gentle abuse that I don't really like to see, right? As far as I'm concerned, early access should be most of the way done. And it should absolutely not be a tech demo. And if you're kind of trying to get people in, it should be more than just a sort of proof of concept prototype. There should be a game there, right? Your early access should be playable for hours and hours and lots of fun. And then when it goes 1.0, it's almost a bit of a reward. What's here probably doesn't have a lot of playability because there are core functions missing from the game. And so I do wonder, you know, maybe they get reviewed well, who knows, maybe they get beasted in the reviews. But shipping a product and asking for money, I mean, unless it's free to play, again, I don't know how much it is. It could be free to play, but they didn't tell me. But I would say, yeah, having bits of your thing missing and it's, you know, it's more of a demo state. And then you're putting it on a shop front. So I have concerns. That's my thought. So buyer beware, I suppose. But maybe you really want to support them. But Monolith was pretty obscure as well. So it's, you know, they'd have to have a pretty rabid fandom that's very quiet on the back end. I'm not sure. Anyway, a little bit critical there at the end. But usually I am critical of stuff that I like. I think the gunplay is actually quite fun in a in a sort of indie floaty kind of, not AAA standard way. And it makes you realize that a lot of the ARPGs that you do get into and play, the Diablos, the Path of Exiles, the Grim Dawns, they are all pretty tight, pretty solid, and generally a bit of a higher price point. Even like Neocore does some stuff and they ask a ridiculous amount. So yeah, it's all going to be contingent on how much this costs, I suppose, and how much you're willing as a consumer to put your money in for what is essentially probably an hour's worth of game that's actually in the product. Anyway, that sounds cruel, but I'm just trying to be honest. Let me know what you reckon. Maybe you disagree. I'm sure if you do, you're going to write a paragraph telling me I'm an arsehole. Great, that's the internet. Team, I'll stop waffling. We might just leave it there for the time being. I'll catch you guys on the next one.